আজি করি মারা দুলাভ
সঞ্জয় মুকুন্দ বাসু ঘোষয়াদি গায়
মুকুন্দ বসু রাধিকা
শঙ্খ বাজে ঘণ্টা বাজে বাজে করতাল
মুঝে ঘন্টা বাজে বাজে করতাল
শঙ্খ বাজে ঘণ্টা বাজে বাজে করতাল
ঘন্টা বাজে
আর মধুর মৃদঙ্গ বাজে পারমরসাল
মৃদঙ্গ ভরে পরবরসাল
মধুর মৃদঙ্গ বাজে পারমরসাল
মৃদঙ্গ ভরে পরবরসাল
কোটে চন্দ্র যিনি বদন উজ্জ্বল
কোটি চন্দ্র জিনি
কোটি চন্দ্র যিনি বদন উজ্জ্বল
কোটি চন্দ্র জিনি উজ্জ্বল
আর গলো রে সেবন মালা করে ঝলমাল আর গলো রে সেবন মালা করে ঝলমাল শিব সুখ নারদ প্রেমে গদ গদ
সুখ নারদ
শিব সুখ নারদ প্রেমে গদ গদ
সুখ নারদ
আর ভগতি বিনোদ দেখে গোরার সম্পাদ ভগতি বিনোদ দেখে গোরার সম্পাদ
te Rasapala
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Chaitanya
Prabhu Nityananda
Nityananda
Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Veta Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Srivasadi Vrinda
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare yeah. Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hey, Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare
Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Jai Radha Madhava Radhe
Radha
Jai Jagannath Jai Baladevo Subhadra Maharani Sudarshana Jai Nitai Gora Sundar Jai Nitai Gora Sundar Nitai Gora Sundar Jai Nitai Gora Sundar Jayo Prabhupada Jayo Shila Prabhupada Jayo Gurudev Jayo Gurudev Nitai Gora Haribo Nitai Gora Haribo Nitai Gora Haribo Nitai Gora Haribo Haribo विष्णुपाद परमहंस परविचार्य अष्टोत्तर डिवाइन ग्रेस AC भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की जय जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परविचार्य अष्टोत्तर डिवाइन ग्रेस भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर प्रभुपाद की जय श्री गौर किशोर राधा महाराज की जय श्री भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय श्री जगन्नाथ दास बाबा जी महाराज की जय प्रेम से करो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री वासदि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय श्री श्री राधा कृष्णा गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरी गोवर्धन की गंगा माई यमुना माई की भक्ति देवी तुलसी महारानी की अयोध्यापुरी धाम मायापुर धाम वृंदावन धाम जगन्नाथपुरी धाम रामेश्वर धाम की द मोस्ट ब्यूटीफुल निताई गौर सुंदर की द मोस्ट मैग्नानिमस जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा माई की द मोस्ट enchanting श्री श्री राधा माधव की all Guru assembled devotees Krishna all Guru assembled devotees all Guru assembled devotees all Guru Shri Guru and Shri Guranga.
Namaste Narasimhaya Namaste Narasimhaya. Prahlad Ladadayine. Prahlad Ladadayine. Hiranyakashipu Rakshaha. Hiranyakashipu Rakshaha. Shilatan Kanakalaye. Ita Nashima Parata Nashima. Ita Nashima Parata Nashima. Yato Yato Yami Tato Nashima. Yato Yato Yami Tato Nashima. Bahe Nashima Hidaye Nashima. Bahe Nashima Hidaye Nashima. Narashima Madam Sharanam Prapade. Tavakara Kamala Varenakam Adbhuta Shringa Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Bringam Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare. Jai Jagadisha Hare. Jai Jagadisha Hare. Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare. Jai Jagadisha Hare. Jai Jagadisha Hare. Jaya Nrsimhadev, 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 Jaya Nrsimhadev. Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. नरसिंह भगवान की जय, भक्त प्रहलाद की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय, गुरुदेव की जय,
केशव की जय। हरे कृष्णा। Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So welcome everyone to ISKCON Baltimore on this windy but beautiful warm day here in the temple. So first of all, I'd like to thank you, the deities, not deities, the pujaris, for dressing the deities so beautifully. We can loud Haribol for them, please. On Friday was His Grace Vaisheshik Prabhu's appearance day, so the devotees cooked the prasadam today for everyone. So loud Haribol for them, please. And today we have 4 sponsors, so we'd like to thank you, all of them, from their lordships, and bless them with a lot of spiritual happiness and wonderful blessings so that they can advance in Krishna consciousness and also materially also progress for that. First, I'd like to welcome Mitesh Patel Prabhu and family. They want to get blessings of Krishna, so it's nice to have all of them. Please come. Prabhu, you want to get? Okay, that's fine. The next one is Anonymous. So they're sponsoring for their father's first death anniversary, so we can face the deities and chant Hare Krishna 3 times. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. The next one is Murli Tulashyam Prabhu, is sponsoring memory of his mother, Premlata Tulashyam. So we face the deities 3 times and chant. And then Murli Prabhu, please come with your family here, take blessings. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Is Murli Prabhu and family here? So please come. Prashadam, and please take blessings of Lord. Hare Krishna. And lastly, Pranab Prabhu and family, they're sponsoring Krishna's blessings. So please, Pranab Prabhu and family, please come here, take blessings. You know, the most amazing part when somebody's remembrance is their appearance day is when you devotees come and sponsor in the memories, because the whole family gets purified, because it says that to feed a Brahmana, you get so much, that's it, Prabhu, get so much benefit, but to feed a Vaishnava is 1,000 times more benefit, because Vaishnava is even higher than Brahmana, because he knows Krishna from the heart for that. So thank you all for sponsoring, really appreciate that. Yesterday, many devotees came in for Harinam. It was a wonderful Harinam, despite the weather was cold. But it went so very wonderful. So thank you all those who make this wonderful effort to release Prabhupada for that. So next, I think we have a small performance. Premnam Prabhu, you want to announce for that? Performance? Okay.
So, with the thought of motivating the children of the community, the congregation, and we have an extraordinary gathering of children in our congregation. So today, Sanvi, she's 13 years old, and she is going to be presenting about one of the chapters of Bhagavad Gita. We have been doing it every month. A child comes up and they speak about one chapter of Bhagavad Gita for 10 minutes. And it was a gap. I think last month we didn't do it for some reason, but she's back again with bang. And which chapter are you doing today? The 5th chapter, Karma Yoga. So please welcome Sanvi with, a round of applause. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, everyone. So I would like to thank Sham Bhakti Mataji and Neil Madhaprabhuji for giving me this opportunity and for the support and guidance that they've given me. So I'm going to be presenting Bhagavad Gita chapter 5, and this is going to be like an overview. So I did an acronym for this chapter. So the acronym is STEP. The S stands for Stay in the World. The T stands for Three Doers. The E stands for Equal Vision. And the P stands for Peace. So let's start off with the S, Stay in the World. So in the first verse of this chapter, Arjuna is asking Krishna, "You have asked me to renounce all work, and then again, you recommend to work in devotional service." So Arjuna is wondering, which one is more beneficial? Let's see how Krishna responds. So then in the second verse, Krishna has said, renunciation of work and working in devotional service are both good for liberation. But of the two, working in devotional service is better than renunciation of work. One who is fully Krishna conscious is always a renouncer because he does not desire the results of his actions. Such a renouncer, dedicated to the transcendental loving service of the Lord, is fully qualified in knowledge because he knows his constitutional position in his relationship with Krishna. When we think about it factually, nothing belongs to us. Then where's the question of renunciation? But we should be careful when we're working in devotional service. We shouldn't get entangled in this material world. So we should try to be like a lotus, because the lotus, even though it's in murky water, it isn't touched by the murky water. It isn't contaminated. Similarly, this murky water can represent the material world, and we should try to be like a lotus and not get contaminated or entangled by this material world. So the life lesson that we can learn from this segment is you should keep Krishna in the center while performing your actions. So I want to tell a story to kind of wrap this segment up. There was once a farmer in a village who worked tirelessly in his fields. He plowed the land, sowed the seeds, and nourished the crops with great care. His efforts were rewarded with a beautiful, bountiful harvest year after year. But he never clung on to the fruits of his labor. Instead, he shared the crops with the needy, ensuring that no one in the village went hungry. On the other side of the village, there was a hermit who had renounced the world. He lived in a cave and spent his days deep in meditation. He had no possessions and sustained himself on whatever little food the villagers offered. While he found inner peace through renunciation, he did not actively contribute to the well-being of the community. Who do you think is doing better? No, okay. So, both paths have their merit, but to reach spiritual realization, but one is better than the other. The farmer shared his fruits with everyone, unlike the hermit who just kept it to himself. Now we can see that Krishna is the Supreme Father, right? So would the Father be more happy when you just keep it to yourself and then go back to him, or if you share it with his other, sons or daughters, and then go back and bring more of them back too? Now we can see the T, which is three doers. So the three doers are the senses, the three modes of material nature, and the supersoul or Paramatma. So the senses is doer number one, or the living entity. If he has knowledge, he realizes that all bodily activities are automatically carried out by the three modes of material nature. Therefore, the three modes of material nature are doer number two. The three modes consist of intermatter, however, thus they can only simply carry out the activities which are desired by the living entity, but it is sanctioned by the supersoul. Therefore, the supersoul, who only sanctions, he does not interfere with our activities, can be called doer number three. We can think of this as we propose and God disposes. The embodied soul lives in the senses and is busy satisfying the needs of and desires of these senses. This is what we call a conditioned soul. He is busy working to attain sense objects to satisfy his senses for sense gratification. He forgets his true identity. He forgets he is the soul and not this material body. But by Krishna consciousness, he can revive his real constitutional position and come out of his embodiment. This is what we call a liberated soul. Therefore, when one takes to Krishna consciousness, one at once becomes completely approved from bodily activities. In such a controlled life in which his deliberations are changed, he lives happily within his senses. Therefore, a Krishna conscious person is free from both outer and inner activities of the material body. So what can we learn from this segment? As we saw, the three modes of material nature and the supersoul in our hearts both act according to karma. So the supersoul only sanctions our desires based on what we do, right? Based on what we deserve, so our karma. And the material nature only carries it out. So it's based on your actions what you get. You shouldn't blame it on Krishna. And also we can learn, and additionally, when we are engaged in devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, we are free from lust, anger, and greed, the doors to hell, and we understand our true relationship to Krishna. We are free from the darkness of this material world once we surrender ourselves onto Krishna. We understand the real purpose of our body, and we start identifying ourselves with the soul and are ready to serve the Supreme. So now I'm going to move on to equal vision, which is our E in step. So with this, I want to say a verse. This is 5.18. Vidya vinaya sampanne brahmane gavihastini suni cheva shupakikcha pandisa samadarshana. So this is the translation of this verse. The humble sages, by virtue of true knowledge, see with equal vision a learned and gentle brahmana, a cow, an elephant, a dog-eater, which is an outcast. This is how a wise person or a self-realized person should act and see everybody, because they know that everybody has the super soul or Krishna inside of them. And he is living in everyone's heart. So from this, we should learn that to see everyone the same, because Krishna as the super soul is inside everyone's heart. Like, we shouldn't really think oh, this is just a small bug. You can also think Krishna is inside of this bug. He's also Krishna's daughter or son. Krishna is the Supreme Father. So the last part of step is peace. So the peace formula. So a person in full consciousness of me, knowing me to be the ultimate benefactor of all sacrifices and austerities, the supreme lord of all the planets and demigods, and benefactor and well-wisher of all living entities, attains peace from the pangs of material miseries. So we may think that we are the enjoyer, but that even binds us more to the cycle of karma. So we shouldn't think that we're the enjoyer. In fact, Krishna is the supreme controller or enjoyer. Bhokta Ram Yagna Tapasam. Krishna is also Sarvaloke Maheshwaram. He's the supreme proprietor. We are only the temporary owner, or we might not even be the owner if you think about it logically. Nothing belongs to us. Lastly, Krishna is also Srihidam Sarvabhutanam. He is everyone's well-wisher. So shouldn't we think if everyone is Krishna's friend, how can anyone be our enemy? So if we see everyone with the perspective relative to Krishna, we can be peaceful. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Anna. It was so amazing. These kids are, I think we should all take classes. I think we're going to enroll her and we will enroll it under her and learn from her. What a wonderful class. Thank you so much. We can loud Haribol for her, please. This is the teachings which I think parents should learn, because when these kids go to college, what's most important is that these teachings which they'll take with the heart so they can face any circumstances. Otherwise, there'll be so much stress they don't like in life or is there. But Bhagavad Gita teaches of life lessons. So, and our Sunday school is doing, I think, wonderful job by incorporating these values, and they're coming and teaching them. So it's wonderful. Thank you so much. So today's class is very special devotee friend of ours. It's Grace Vrindavan Vijay Prabhuji. Hari Bol. Prabhuji doesn't need an introduction. He's a very dear to us. He comes all the way from York area, hour and a half, but does wonderful service. He's a senior disciple of His Holiness Japataka Maharaj, but he's involved in running a very beautiful Bhakti Vriksha. He's very learned, and I think we are so fortunate. And also they're wonderful cooks, Mataji and Prabhu and their whole team, which we'll be experiencing in 2 weeks from now. So it'll be very nice. So without taking too much time, it's Grace Vrindavan Vijay Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Neil Madhav Prabhu is so kind. So otherwise I don't have any qualification. Hare Krishna. So Neil Madhav Prabhu kindly allowed me to select my own topics. So I was thinking about it. So my wife, Manju Chitra Mataji, she suggested, yeah, Pitra Paksh is going on. Why don't we talk about Pitra Paksh? No, okay. so we are going to talk about Pitra Paksh today. So we'll see what is the significance of Pitra Paksh and what does it mean to us. So, Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjan Shalakya Chakshurunimilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gauru Bhakta Brinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So, we'll take a verse from Bhagavad Gita and then we'll talk about the Pitra Paksh. So this verse from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 1, verse 41, it refers let me open Veda base. So you can repeat after me. Sankaro narkayaiva kulagnanam kulasya cha patanti pitero hesham lupta pindodak kriyaha. Translation by Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. An increase of unwanted population certainly causes hellish life both for family and for those who destroy the family tradition. The ancestors of such corrupt families fall down because the performances for offering them food and water are entirely stopped. Purport by Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. According to the rules and regulations of fruitive activities, there is a need to offer periodical food and water to the forefathers of the family. This offering is performed by worship of Vishnu because eating of remnants of food offered to Vishnu can deliver one from all kinds of sinful reactions. Sometimes the forefathers may be suffering from various types of sinful reactions, and sometimes some of them cannot even acquire a gross material body and are forced to remain in subtle bodies as ghosts. Thus, when remnants of prasadam food are offered to forefathers by descendants, the forefathers are released from ghostly or other kinds of miserable life. Such help rendered to forefathers is a family tradition, and those who are not in devotional life are required to perform such rituals. One who is engaged in devotional life is not required to perform such actions. Simply by performing devotional service, one can deliver hundreds and thousands of forefathers from all kinds of misery. It is stated in Srimad Bhagavatam 11.5.41. Devarsi bhutapta nirnam pitranam na kinkaro nayam rini charajan sarvatmanaya saranam saranyam gato mukundam parihiret kartam. Anyone who has taken shelter of the lotus feet of Mukunda, the giver of liberation, giving up all kinds of obligation, and has taken to the path in all seriousness, owes neither duties nor obligations to the demigods, sages, general living entities, family members, humankind, or forefathers. Such obligations are automatically fulfilled by performance of devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So this verse is talking about, from Bhagavad Gita, talking about Pindodak Kriya. So Arjuna is giving, this is one of the 5 regions. Arjuna gives 5 regions to Krishna for not fighting the war. Arjuna is putting his side of story. He's giving 5 regions for Krishna, not why he should not be fighting the war. This is one of the regions. He says that if we fight this war, all these men will be killed in the war. Women and the old people staying at home, they are helpless. Those helpless people will remain unprotected. When they remain unprotected, then that will give rise to Varna Sankara, which is illegitimate children. And they will not be offering the food and water to their ancestors, the forefathers. Pindodak Kriya. Pind is Pind and Udak. Udak is water. Pind is the rice balls which are offered during the Shraddha, to our forefathers. So this Pind and Udak, food and water, that those rice balls, they are food for our forefathers, our ancestors. Udak is water, that tarpan. Tarpan, when we do tarpan, some of you might have done it. So this is, we put some till in the milk and we do tarpan. We offer that water. So Arjuna is saying that this process will be stopped because nobody will be offering this because they won't know that. They are not being trained. They don't have any sanskar. They are Varna Shankara. So then the whole society will be in a complete disarray. The whole so this is his big concern. Just thinking about the future generation, this is big concern. So this is the process, this Pitra Paksha is going on now. And Pitra Paksha started from September 29th, and the last day is October 14th, which is the Pitri Amavasya, or the last day, or is also known as Mahalaya Amavasya. So these 15 days or 16 days have special significance. So in this, and this whole process in these 15 days is considered very, very auspicious, very suitable, very appropriate for offering our gratitude to our ancestors. This whole idea is offering our gratitude to our ancestors. We have our ancestors, basically these 3 generations are considered, 3 generations from the father side and 3 from the mother side. So it's so they, because of them, they have given us the family name, the Vansh. They have, because of them, they have helped us to grow like now. This is, they have, so we are indebted to them like. This is one of the rinas, what Prabhupada is talking in this purport. Devar Shibhuta Nirnam Pitranam. Pitranam, Pitrarin. This is called Pitrarin. Pitrarin is we are indebted, the debt, we are indebted to our forefathers because of whatever, whosoever helps us in this material life. After we are born, we are indebted to everyone. We are indebted to everyone. This verse even talks about Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhuta, this other living entities, Apta, the relatives, the Nirnam, other men, everyone who has helped us in life in any form or way, we are indebted to them. But especially this Pitrin we are talking about here, so we are indebted to our forefathers. How can we repay that debt? It is said we can repay that debt by offering food and water to our ancestors. So this is the process of offering. It's offering gratitude. It's offering our gratitude via offering this food and water and shraddha to our ancestors. So what happens, what is significance of these 15 days? These 15 days, in the heavenly planets, their one day is equal to our 1 year at Earth planet. So their 1 day is our 1 year. So our 15 days is their 1 hour. So 1 hour, that's their lunch time. So our Pitrus, they reside on the moon planet. On the moon planet, half of the moon Devatas live, and other half of the moon Pitrus live. The Pitrus or Pitras, they live there, they reside there after they leave their body, and if they have gone there, they are there in Pitraloka. And Pitraloka is not a destination. It's not a destination, it's an station. It's a station it's not a destination, it's a transiting station They are there, it's a waiting, like in a train, we have waiting rooms. So you are waiting for your train to arrive. When your train arrives, you just take the train and you go. When you are going from here to New York, you have a lot of stations on the way, but your destination is New York, so train stops at that station, but you don't get down. So Pitraloka, the Pitras, they are waiting there. And only the pious souls, they go there, they're waiting there because they're eligible to get human birth again. Only those souls are sent there in Pitraloka who are eligible to get the human birth again. So this is when we offer the food and water to them, we do this Shraddha Kriya, they are satisfied, they are pleased, and they're also promoted to higher planets. When they are satisfied and pleased, they bless us. And because of those blessings, we become happy here. Even in this, our material life becomes happy, and they also become satisfied and happy. It helps them, it helps us. And if we don't offer, then what happens? You might have heard about the Pitradosha. This is said that you get the Pitradosha in your, and because of Pitradosha, you may have many other problems As people say that Pitradosha has. If you go to an astrologer, he'll tell you if your Kundali has got Pitradosha and what problems you are. So this is, and then you have to go for his. So that is the idea, whole idea. Our scriptures, this is scriptural order. We are supposed to perform this, offer this food and water. And food means Vishnu Prasad. We offer this Prasad, Vishnu Prasad, that helps them. Because the Prasad that Prabhupada is writing in this purport is very, very powerful in removing the sinful reactions When we offer them, then their sinful reactions are removed and they are promoted to higher planets. So this is what the process is. The idea is and it is it's not a new thing. It's not a new thing. It has been there even in Mahabharata times. Mahabharata times or even before that, This is In Srimad Bhagavatam, the king Agnidra, he's the son of Priyavrata. So Priyavrat Maharaj, and he wanted to attain the Pitraloka. Krishna also writes in Bhagavad Gita, Yanti Devrata Devan Pitran Yanti Pitravrata Bhutani Yanti Bhutejya Mam Madhya Jano Apimam. He said, whosoever wants to attain Pitraloka, that is where they go. They worship the Pitras, they worship their forefathers, and that is what they attain. And so this king Agnidra, the son of Priyavrat Maharaj, he wanted to attain this fifth canto, fifth 5.22, 5.2.2. Prabhupada writes that someone that he wanted to attain the Pitraloka, so that is what he went to heavenly planet to find a suitable wife for him who can give him a son. So that son can perform this Shraddha ceremony so that he can stay in the Pitraloka. To stay in the Pitraloka, your family members, your son or whosoever family member should be performing, offering that food and water so that maintains your position in Pitraloka. Pitraloka is one of the heavenly planets, on the lower region of the heavenly planets. It's one of the heavenly planets. So this is, even and we see that in Mahabharata also. In Mahabharata, Mother Kunti had that very a secret in her heart, like now. And that secret was she was keeping with her. She was finding she did not get an opportunity to reveal that secret to others, like now. So see, that was a burning thing in her heart, like now. This is, she did not even tell Bhishma Dev or her children or Pandu Maharaj, her husband. She did not tell anyone. But when after the war, the Yudhishthira Maharaj, they were offering this tarpan, to all these the soldiers who were killed in that war. That time Kunti Maharani asked Yudhishthira Maharaj that you offer water for Karna also. So that was a secret, Karna. And he said you offer the water for Karna also. So this process of offering tarpana is very, very old process. It's a Vedic process, scriptural process, very old process. But nowadays what's happening, like now, this is the newer generation, like that, they don't believe, they don't have faith in it, like they don't believe it. And that's why, like this, it's all bogus, like no, nothing happens. How can, like, we offer food and water here and it goes to our Pitras? We don't know where are they. Wherever they may be, it helps. As Prabhupada writes in this purport, wherever they may be, if they are in hellish planets, they get freed from hellish planets when we offer them Vishnu Prasad. And this Prasad definitely reaches them. It's not that it's just some story. It's in our scripture, in our scriptures. And this is, so we should not be wondering, we should not be surprised about it. We are in this age, like now, when we type something, like you send an email and it goes to other end of the world, to India, like in seconds. We pick up the phone and we send, we can talk to people. We can just send the videos, like now. We can, we do the courier, we give the package here, and the FedEx and UPS, they deliver it there, like now. So anything is possible. Like when you transfer your money, you deposit the money in dollars here, you can transfer, and your person on the other side receives in rupees, Indian rupees. So if you offer this rice balls and water here, they get, it's converted to their food in Pitraloka. In Pitraloka, they don't have the gross bodies like us. They have subtle bodies. And so these 15 days is their lunch time for our Pitrus. And this is the window when they're allowed to come to earth. So for these 2 weeks, they come and they visit their families. And they're hoping that we'll offer them their food, prasad, Vishnu prasad, and water. And if we offer them, and they're very happy if we are engaged in devotional service, if we recite Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, for them, like no, and offer it to them, offer the results to them. This is that I'm reciting Srimad Bhagavad Gita chapter so and so, or Srimad Bhagavatam, and the results I'm offering to my forefathers. So this is, they are very much satisfied with that. So we have to, if they are not satisfied, they come here and they don't get, so they're not satisfied, so they also they curse, and then all this, you get this Pitr dosha. So this is the idea. Idea is whatever, and usually the manyata hai ki this, when we offer this food and water to them, these rice balls, they are through when you feed, keep the crows, they eat it, right? The idea of this crow is that the presiding deity for the Pitraloka is Devata, is Aryama. And Lord Krishna says in 10th chapter that he is Aryama. Means Aryama is the representative of Lord Krishna. He said and his carrier is crow. So through all these crow representatives, this food is transferred from here to Pitraloka to our ancestors. When someone leaves the body, and the Bhagavatam, Canto 3rd, chapter 30, Kapil Dev, which is explaining it in brief, but Garud Puran explains that in very, very detailed. The 15 chapters of Garud Puran are dedicated to this. So when the process is, when someone leaves the body, the Yam Dutas come. There are you can say there are two categories of people, right? One, maybe you can say devotees. Devotees can be in a different stage of advancement. Some may be beginners, some may be more advanced, or some may be very advanced. So all these devotees, that Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, the story, once Salpam api dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. Even if a little bit of bhakti, that's a trayate mahato bhayat, you are guaranteed a human birth in your next life. So if your little bit of bhakti, and Yamaraj also says in 6th canto, chapter 3rd, that if someone has even taken once the name of the Lord, he is outside my jurisdiction. Then Yam Dutas will not come to you. If you have Kanti Mala, you have Tilak, you are chanting the names of the Lord, you are safe. You are in a safe zone. You will be dealt by Vishnu Dutas, not the Yam Dutas. So these bhaktas, so if you have someone, a beginner devotee in the beginning stage, next life is as a human birth is guaranteed, he does not have to go to Yam Loka though. The advanced level, middle, quite advanced devotee Suchinam Srimatam Gehe, Yoga Bharashta Vijayate, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, he gets a birth in a very wealthy, very Suchinam Srimatam Gehe. So this is like in a Brahman family or very devotee family where he can further continue his bhakti. If someone is very advanced, he gets birth in an Acharya's family. Like Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj came to Bhakti Vinod Thakur's family. So because his bhakti is little bit of left. In this life, he was not able to complete it. He left his body. So next life, he will go to a family where he was very advanced devotee. From Acharya's family, he may take birth. So this what process is given in Garud Puran is for those karmis, not for devotees. That's the first thing. So what happens, whether it's a sinful person or a pious person, it doesn't matter. Everyone has to go to Yamloka. Yamdutas come. And so you may have very sinful person, you may have very pious person, or you may have in between the mixed kind of person. And most of the people you'll see they are kind of mixed kind of thing. They do sinful activities, and sometimes people do sinful activities out of ignorance, right? Bhagavad Gita says if you don't offer food, you eat something which is not offered to the Lord, it's a sinful. Tesam te togham papam ye pachanti atma karanat. So then it means a lot of people outside this, if you see, they don't even know. They are incurring so many sins because of their ignorance. So most of the majority of the people are those in that category, like. And most of all this, when a person leaves the body, the Yamdutas come, they take the soul. They have to pull forcibly the soul out of the body. Because that person is, everyone is so much attached with the body. Even at the 90 years old person who is not able to walk on his own, he needs help for everything, he's lying on the bed, he doesn't want to die. He cannot eat. He has got all the tubes going inside like now, but still he doesn't want to die. He can't do anything. Nobody respects him. Nobody respects him. He cannot eat on his own. He may not be even maybe able to breathe on his own, but he still doesn't want to die. That is the attachment. And more attachment you have, more force Yamdutas have to apply to pull your soul out from the body. So they bring that Yampash. Yampash. And it's with the Yampash, they take the soul out. That is how it is described. And they take the soul out. Now this soul lives in that house for 13 days. Some tradition, they do it in 12 days, some do it in 13th days. Like. So this is, all this, what we are talking about, this process is very much common or very much done. The offering our gratitude to our ancestors is done in most of the traditions. You hear those Egyptian people, they used to keep lot of things like, what this departed person liked. When they bury the person, they keep all that stuff there like out of the love for them, gratitude for them. So this is all these traditions, they have that. So now what happens, the Yamdut, they take the soul out, the soul is without the body, without the gross body. So we know the soul has two coverings, two dresses, right? So a soul, and we have undergarments and we have external or outer garments. So we have Sukshma Sarir, which is mind, intelligence, and ego. Man, Buddhi, Ahankar. That is our Sukshma Sarir. That's a covering around the soul. That is Sukshma Sarir. And the Sthul Sarir, or gross body, is what we can see from our eyes. When we stand in front of the mirror, whatever you are able to see, that is our gross body. So gross body is left here like the soul along with the Sukshma body, Sukshma Sarir. He is taken out by Yamdutas. And then 10 days it stays there in that home. And for 10 days, those every day they offer, the vidhi is that they offer those food. The food, rice ball, the pindas they are offered, and that pindas they make a new gross body for that soul. That's called Yatana Sarir. Yatana means punishment. It's also called Ati Vahak Sarir. Ati Vahak is which can move very fast. Because that Sarir is meant to take the Sukshma Sarir from here to Yamloka. And where is Yamloka? Yamloka, if you see this is the Brahmand, Yamloka is, and half of the Brahmand is filled up with Garbhodak ocean. Above the Garbhodak, and our whole Bhumandala is like a disc, and it is floating on that water, and held by Anantashesha. So just above that, below the Patal Loka and above the Garbhodak ocean, there is Yamloka. That Yamloka, there is where the hellish planets are there, Narak Lokas. So 28 hellish planets which are described in 5th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, 28th chapter. So what happened? That distance is given by Kapil Dev in 3rd canto is 99,000 yojanas. So those you have to travel 99,000 yojanas. So Yamdut, they take that soul in that Yatana Sarir for 99,000 yojanas. And Garuna Purana says it takes like 348 days. That is why after a year we have that Varsi, the yearly ceremony. So when this, this is a very, very difficult journey like now. This is a very difficult journey, and this Yamduta, they torture, they beat, they have hunters with them like no, and the people who are more pious, it becomes easy for them. They don't get tortured so much. People who are more sinful, they get more torture. It's like a train. In train, you have different classes of compartment. You have second class, you have third class, you have AC 3 tier, AC 2 tier, AC first class, depending on your how many punyas you have done, your pious activities. If you have done a lot of punyas like me, you might be traveling in second AC. So Yamdutas are like little more considerate. They are not torturing you as much. But it said those conditions, and there are 16 stations on the way. It's all described in detail in Garud Puran. There are 16 stations on the way, the name of every station and what happened there. And it is written that this is like you have to walk in a very high heat. Very high heat. It's like heat equivalent to 10 suns at the same time. Soul has to walk on this in the Yatna Sharira, to walk on this burning sand burning sand, and without shoes. And that is why on a 13th day ceremony, the family members, they offer a lot of things are given to Brahmanas, donated. And the shoes, the bed, the umbrella, and the water, and food, and all that, if they have offered, that is what the soul gets to make their journey a little more comfortable. If the shoes have not been offered, you won't get shoes there. And nowadays, it's very, very important. I said it takes 10 days for Yatna Sharir to complete. The first day of your pinda, after leaving, when the family offers those first day of food, it creates your head, and then shoulder, then third day hand, the fourth day legs, and this. So if nowadays we have seen a lot of families, they do the Terai in even 4 days. That is not sastric like. So that means that Yatna Sharir takes 10 days to build up. So then it is half left that gives you Pitr dosha if you do those kind of things. Because the person has to go to the office on 5th day, he cannot wait, they just do it in 3-4 days to get it done. So, and so this is, and then they say the soul faints and faints when he again gets back the consciousness, and Yamduta, they're beating and torturing and pushing and pulling and forcefully, and after that, and this Vaitani river comes, and the river is full of all those, the blood, pus, stool and all that thing. If you have donated a cow, then you get a boat to cross that river. If not donated a cow, then you have to just cross that river. That's 800 yojans wide. So it's very, 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 very tough journey. That's why our Shastras has helped that journey to make it easy. And mainly, so they have said, okay, if you have donated these things, then you'll get some help there. And when he reaches the Yamloka, the gatekeepers of Yamloka, Shravan and Shravani, they are at the gate. And then finally, you go inside and you meet the Chitragupta, and Chitragupta gives you the whole video of your whole life, of whatever number of years you had, and you see that, and you yourself tell, yeah, I should not have done that, I should not have done that, I should not have done that. You yourself tell. Chitragupta is not saying it. You yourself, the soul tells, yeah, I have done this wrong. And you decide your own punishment. And finally, it's all the souls, if you go to Yamaraj, you are presented to Yamaraj. So that's a long process. If you are interested, you can read in Garud Puran, the first 15 chapters. But after all the souls who are eligible to get human birth in next life, they go to Pitraloka. And then Pitraloka is a waiting area. It's a transiting station. It's not your destination. So in the Pitraloka, it's to find a suitable family where that soul can take birth, can take months, years, 100 years, many years. Like Dhritarashtra got his 100 sons killed because of his past sin, what he did. He killed that bird and the eggs. After how many lifetimes? Because you have to have enough punya to get 100 sons, so that you can go through the reactions of that sinful action. So this is like a matchmaking, like Shadi.com mein hota na. Shadi.com, so it's like Shadi.com. Aap Pitralok mein hai, they have to match you with the family where you can take birth based on your karma. Based on the karma and what you deserve, what kind of family you deserve. Even if you have to go to heavenly planets may have different grades of family. Like they're all in the heavenly planet, like we're all in the earth planet, but there are different levels of families. Like you can take birth in the, so that's why that's a waiting station. They're waiting to find a suitable family where you could be sent. And during to continue staying on Pitraloka, your family members have to offer that pindodak, pind and udak. If they don't, you fall down. Patanti pitaram hesham. This is Bhagavad Gita 141 is saying, Patanti pitaram hesham lupta pindodaka kriya. When the pindodak kriya is not offered, this pinda is not offered, this tarpan is not done, and what is patant pitaro hesham, pitras, pitrus, they fall down. They fall down, they can go to the lower planet, they can go to hellish planet, they can fall down. You cannot stay there in Pitraloka unless this offering is continued by your family member. And that is what the Bhagavatam says, King Agnidra, who wanted to stay, attain the Pitraloka, but he was found a suitable wife who can give him the son who can offer food and water once every year in the Shraddha Paksh or in Pitra Paksh. So this was done by everyone. Lord Ramachandra, he did the final rites for Jatayu. Lord Ramachandra offered tarpan to all the Vanars who died in that war. And not only that, all the soldiers from the Raman side also, he did tarpan for them too. He did for everyone. When Maharaj Dasharath died, when Bharat Maharaj, he went to forest to tell him, give him the news that, and that Maharaj, Lord Ramchandra, he had tears in his eyes, and he was, that time he was in Pushkar. And in Pushkar, he invited all the rishis in that area, and he was in a forest, whatever he had, the fruits and roots, he offered them as Shraddha. He respected them, offered them that, fed them, and that is what he did. So this is it's not like it has been followed by the Lord himself. And in that, when the Lord Ramachandra, he did it at Pushkar, Mother Sita was serving all these rishis or munis, or the sadhus who have come. She was serving, and all of a sudden she got up, she went inside, and she did not come out. And after those sadhus have gone, after they were fed, and Lord Ramchandra asked Mother Sita, like, what happened? Why did you leave the place you are serving? She said, I saw Dasharath Maharaj in the eyes of that sadhu. This is in Ramayana. This is not a story. This is in Ramayana. So it means those, our Pitras, they come and accept through that sadhus. When you feed the Brahmins, you feed the Vaishnavas, you feed the sadhus, our Pitras, through them they come and accept it like. That is why it is said, this feeding, this Vishnu Prasad is very, very important. You invite Vaishnavas, you invite Brahmins. That's Prabhupada talking about Vaishnavas are even higher than Brahmins. So you invite Vaishnavas, right? The best thing is you do home program. And we are ready to come. We'll come and you feed us like, we are happy like, we'll give you do the Kirtan and Bhagavatam, whatever you want. Right, Prabhuji? So that is the best way of satisfying your forefathers. This is Vishnu Prasad, offering Vishnu Prasad, and reciting Bhagavatam is very, very powerful. Reciting Bhagavatam is very, very powerful. And all this is, so what happens, like, this is Lord Krishna also, like, when in Krishna, in 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, Narad Muni saw that Lord Krishna is the daily routine of Lord Krishna. Daily routine, if you read that daily routine, it said that he was offering the water to sun god, he was offering tarpana to the forefathers, like. Lord Krishna was doing himself. Lord Ramachandra, I told you, and then Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he went to Gaya to offer the Shraddha for his father, Jagannath Mishra. Right? He did it. Then Pandavas did it. So it's like, it's not a It's a scriptural thing like now. It's our duty. We are supposed to do it like now. It's not that, so definitely like this is important. And 7th canto, Narsingh Bhagwan, Narsingh Dev. When that's Narsingh Dev, Hiranyakashipu was killed by Lord Narsingh Dev, and Prahlad Maharaj was praying. Prahlad Maharaj was asked Narsingh Dev, how can my father be delivered? He has offended you, but I pray to you that please forgive him, and how can he be delivered? And Narsingh Bhagwan, he answers. And the answer, what he says? Kuru tvam pret krityani. Pret krityani. Kuru tvam pret krityani. Pitu sarvasha. So the meaning is that Narsingh Dev is saying that because of my touch, I have touched the body of your father, so he has completely purified. He's not saying he's liberated. He's saying he's completely purified. So now, but you are a son. The duty of a son is to offer this Shraddha. Pret krityani. Pret किसको बोलते हैं? We have heard about the bhoot and pret. Pret क्या होता है? Pret is a sukshma sharir. The soul without the gross body is called pret. The soul without the gross body is called pret. So this is the kurutvam. Narsingh Dev is saying to Prahlad, kurutva pret krityani. You do Shraddha for your father because you are a son. It's your duty. His body is purified. Why? Because I have touched him, but you do that so that he is elevated. He goes to the planet where he can become a devotee and good citizen of that planet and can become a devotee. So he's purified, but he'll not be liberated unless he becomes a devotee like no. But if you as a son do your duty, offer him this food and water and do a Shraddha for him, so he'll get an suitable destination or planet where he can perform his bhakti for Hiranyakashipu. So this is the idea is important that we all like. So this is we saw so many examples. We read this the Mokshada Ekadashi story also. In Mokshada Ekadashi story also same thing comes. So जय श्री श्री राधा माधव भगवान की जय, जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा माई की जय, निताय गौर सुंदर भगवान की जय. So it's 6 o'clock. I know Neil Madhav Prabhu is looking at me. It's fine. So this is so the whole this process it's very, very scientific. It's very, very scientific like this. All like this is whatever we offer here, our pitrus, our forefathers, they get wherever they may be. And wherever they may be, they are promoted to higher planets. If they are in a hellish planet, they are freed from their miserable situation there. If they are in a lower planet, they can go to a higher planet. Wherever they are, they can go to. So this helps. And if they are in Pitraloka, in a waiting area, it might help them to remain there so that till they get the suitable body, so that they don't fall down. See, this is our duty. And the Shastra says this is must. And I gave you so many examples, Lord Krishna, Lord Ram, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Narsingh Dev, Prahlad Maharaj, everyone. Right? So why we, the point is, it's very, very important. We should not ignore it. We should not ignore it. We should do it like this is. It's important and it's scriptural. It's an order of the scripture and a scriptural injunction like now. So we are supposed to do it, and we should do it properly. Don't do it in a hurry like this. I'm come from America, I don't have time, like I have to go tomorrow, my flight. So yeah, Panditji, just take another 1,000 rupees and do it fatafat like now. It's like, what's the purpose? What's the purpose like now? Is there anywhere in the Shastras written this, that you can do it the 13 days Kriya in one day? No, it's all created by those Brahmins, just for money. Unless we are ISKCON. We go with the Shastras like. Unless you show me where it is written in the Shastra, I am not going to accept it, right? That is what attracted me to come to ISKCON when I started 20 years back. That Shastra, we go by the Shastra. It's not that I think like this, I think like that, like no. The I think process doesn't work. We have those 4 defects. Every human being has 4 defects, and Prabhupada explains in Nectar of Devotion. And that is why this I think process doesn't work. You show me where it is written, and I'll accept it. And ask your Brahman, like if you're saying something, where it is written, show me. They won't even know anything like no. So they don't even know scriptures like no. But if they know, they won't suggest you that. But this is, I have seen many situations like this is what's happening. Nobody waits for 13 days nowadays. Nobody. Most of the cases recently I have seen in last 10 years, no one waits for 13 days. Because some or the other reason like no, they have to go back or there's something is there. Right? So this is, if you do that, this is very important. I wanted to like highlight this point that you do it proper with whatever the process is given in the scriptures like. This is, Prabhupada writes in this purport that most of the Karmakandic people, they go to in Pitraloka. All these Pitrus, what they are mostly Karmakandic people. They are pious people. They have done a lot of pious activities, and that's why they are there, and they are waiting there like no for his family members to offer them. So we have to, you have to be like very, very careful, like not to do, take some shortcuts. It's going to create problem for you too. Because when we get Pitra dosha, we get a lot of other problems in the family like. And then you go to, in India like nowadays, they tell you Pitra dosha in the Kundli, and then they'll send you to Nasik. You go to Nasik and do this puja and that puja, and you'll be like in that. So I think like we as a devotee, it's our duty. Another question I wanted to answer is, usually the question asked is, we are devotees, we are chanting, should we follow it or no? It's karma kanda, right? That's a very common question in devotee circle. But are you Sukadeva Goswami? Are we Sukadeva Goswami? Is anyone Sukadeva Goswami? Then he doesn't need to do it. Gato Mukunda Sar Pariharta Kartam. He says all these 4 types or 5 types of rinas, if you are a pure devotee, then you don't have to do it. If you think you are a pure devotee, then you don't have to do it. But most of us, as a devotee also, we have to do it. Unless we become Shukadeva Goswami, who does not even wear anything. He has no attachment. He does not wear any clothes on the body like no. He has no attachment. He is not obligated. He has no obligations with this world like. But for us, that's not applicable for us. Because we are not pure devotees. Whenever Shastra says the devotee, like that means pure devotee only. Like no, sometimes we think like that, yeah, it's for me like no, I don't have to do it. But no, that's not. So we have to do it unless we become. Or you can test another way. If you are chanting 24/7, if your mind is remembering the Krishna 24/7, or you are reading Bhagavatam 24/7, then you don't have to do it. Is there anyone who is doing that? Who comes in that category? Anyone here? No. So we all have to do it. So that question is not, that exception is not for us. We all should do it. Sometimes out of our ahankar, we think we have become very big devotee like, ना बहुत बड़ा भक्त बन गया, हमको नहीं करना है. ऐसा कुछ बड़ा भक्त नहीं बन गया अभी हम लोग बहुत अभी दिल्ली बहुत दूर है. दिल्ली बहुत दूर है अभी. So, but we have to do it. Unless like we are in that stage, we can Bhagwan ka smaran agar we can do it 24/7, then probably we don't have to do it. Otherwise, we should do it like. So all this is a very, this is a topic when everyone has lot of questions like, no? Lot of questions like. The other common question people ask, like, if there is no son, can daughter do it? Offer this Shraddh. And yes, our scriptures say yes, you can do it. The story comes in Shastra, even someone who is not related to you can do it also. And that story comes, then there was a preta in the jungle, and the king goes and he asks the king to do my Shraddh. He does in the forest, like, and the preta was delivered right there, like he goes to his next destination. So if there is no son, even the daughter can do it, like, or daughter's children, or son's children, they also can do it, like. But we have to make sure, usually the eldest son in the family, that's the tradition. That is who does it, right? Another family member, they support him. Any questions you may have? Does anyone have any questions on this? Yes. Mata. If you don't do the Shraddh, then
No, she's saying that if you have nobody, like say somebody doesn't have kids or something else, you do a lot of pious activities.
like this, that is what I said, like anyone can do it. Any relative, if you don't have son or daughter, like even still like your any relative can do it, like. But if you don't do it, the process is, if you may have pious activities, you cannot stay on a Pitraloka. You'll fall down. That is what scripture says. It's important that it should be done. Who does it? Even if nobody has, nowadays, like, if you go to that ISKCONGaya.com, ISKCON Gaya does online Shraddha so they do it. So if no one is there, the Brahmin do it. Brahmin can do it on your behalf. They can do it on your behalf. So this is what happens, like, But if it's important that it's done, like, That is a common question. Like, I don't have sons, so what should I do? Who can do it, like, But if you remember that story of Govind Ghosh, you can make Lord as your son. If you are in bhakti, you can make Lord as your son, like, you don't need to have son to do your Shraddha. That Govind Ghosh in Navadvip, and he made Lord as his son. Even today, Lord does his Shraddha every year in Pitrapaksha. That day, Lord wears that white dress, and he's taken on this palanquin. He goes and does a Shraddha for his devotee, Govind Ghosh. You make Lord as your son, and the Brahmana can do it.
So, Prabhuji, for devotees, you sponsor the feast and feed the devotees?
Absolutely. This is, that's a good point. Like, this is, before I forget. This is the best thing. Like, what is said, like, feeding Vaishnavas is the topmost, and reciting Srimad Bhagavatam. Feeding Vaishnavas, if you sponsor the prasadam in the temple, Sunday feast, nothing can be better than this. Everyone, most of us who partake that prasad, they are all chanting, they are all devotees, they are all coming to the temple, they are all, where are you going to find so qualified people? They are all Vaishnavas. You'll never ever find, and outside the temple you will never find those people, like, Brahm is like, and Vaishnav, they're like much higher than Brahmins. This is the best thing you can do, but remember to take a sankalpa and give the results to your forefathers, so it goes towards them. You can sponsor the feast in the temple, that's the best thing you can do. Or you can do home program. You can do that thing also. You can sponsor the feast in the temple, or you can do a lot of these. But this is the best thing. I love it. Like, if you sponsor Sunday feast, you are feeding 200 Vaishnavas. 200 Vaishnavas is such a huge, big thing. You can't With our limited ability, we cannot comprehend the results for such an activity. 200 Vaishnavas who are chanting, who are real devotees, not like Karmakandi Brahmins like now. ये पूजा करवाने के बाद सिगरेट ही पीता है. They're not like that, right? All right. So it says, any other questions? Mataji, did I answer your question? Any other questions? Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, thank you very much. First, you mentioned about when a person dies, they go to the moon and go to Petra Loka.
They may go to moon if they are eligible to get a human birth in next life.
Yeah. Well,
Other,
we are reincarnated here. So probably what you said is true. That we went there, all of us reincarnated here.
yeah. So what Prabhupada said, Prabhupada was asked this question. Someone was talking to Prabhupada. He said, like, Prabhupada, like, all these devotees here, we are all going to Golok Dham. We are all chanting and following 4 regulative principles. We are going to go to Golok Dham. Prabhupada said, 90% of my followers are going to Swargloka. Because we still have material desires.
That's another topic.
Right.
What am I asking? I'm going to ask that. If you come down here again, after so many years, and so reincarnated in the same family today, and we offer again sacrifice to our ancestors, could it be possible that it was ourselves we are offering?
No. When you've taken the birth again, this in Pitraloka, there are 3 seats. Father, grandfather, and great-grandfather. Right? Where this great-grandfather vacates his seat, the father goes to, grandfather goes to the great-grandfather's seat, father goes to grandfather's seat, and next person goes to this seat. There are only 3 generations stay at any given time. And it's a queue. It's a queue. The great-grandfather leaves his seat, the grandfather sits on that seat like.
Is it possible that you reincarnate into a different country?
But you are individual soul. So wherever you are incarnating, then you are not in Pitraloka then. Right? You are only one soul. You cannot split into two souls, right? You are an individual soul. If you are in Pitraloka at one time, but now you have incarnated somewhere else, means you have moved from there.
No, here in Earth you said
So
if
then-
you don't offer, they may fall down.
Yeah.
Also here on Earth.
Right, exactly. But that your seat is vacant then in Pitraloka, right?
That's another question there. My achievement of getting there, I could be falling down if no one down there have helped me or offer food. What is that to do with my thing, with my relationship with Krishna, with all those people in the future sense, those people?
Yeah, right. If you are
I have nothing to do with that. Their soul.
yeah. So if
My soul is Krishna.
So when the first thing I said, it does not apply for devotees, even if you have done little devotion. It applies only for Karmakandi people.
Yeah, because Prabhuji, what Prabhu is saying is that a devotee doesn't go Pitralok.
Yeah.
He, as I said, Bhagavad Gita says that different aspect devotee, either he will be next life, if you didn't finish your bhakti and go back Golok Vrindavan, then you'll be in a family of great Vaishnavas or very rich family where you get all the stuff to advance Krishna consciousness. That's why Krishna says, Kaunte pratijana miname bhakti parni shakti. My devotee never perishes. So we'll stop right now. I think there are a lot of, we could go for another few hours. But Prabhuji will be having prasadam downstairs. If you want, you can always talk to Prabhuji and clarify what your doubts are there. But for devotees, most important, as Prabhuji says that, these are all there for those who are not pious or who's trying to do for the forefathers. For devotees, already assured that if you are coming here serving Lord and feeding the Vaishnavas and chanting, then this all process is taken care of. It's for other people, for their benefits, it benefits. But that's why we have to keep chanting, keep doing, serving prasadam, all devotees, and doing services. That takes care of all the needs. We don't have to worry about that for that. So, Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhu. It was a very wonderful topic. I think it was long due and it was very detailed. Thank you for doing all the research for that one.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. लोग यार मैं प्रभुपाद में पढ़ा हुआ है और जैसे ये है कि you fall down all the stuff, पर प्रभुपाद ने devotees का बोला, devotees never fall, devotees के लिए क्योंकि उनकी generation upper and lower हो जाती है।
पितृ लोग के लिए प्रभुपाद जी ने है वो कर्मकांड के बोलते थे।
बिल्कुल सही बात। अभी लोग पकड़ लेंगे जो अपने से बैठोगे इतना भी बहुत क्वेश्चन हो जाएगा।
वो इंटरेस्ट भी था
बहुत
मालूम होना चाहिए
प्रभु बिल्कुल प्रभु तो सब great, माता जी अच्छे हैं। Yeah, thank you sir. Harish Chandra ji,
She's my friend, she's coming first time here.
oh, so nice seeing you. What's your name? Sita? Sita? My God, you're already devotee. That's awesome. Who gave you this wonderful name of yours? What's your name? What's your Seva's name? Very
He's
nice.
from Ghana, Ghana, Africa.
Oh.
So Ghana, there is a one Swami, Ghanananda.
Is he now? Is he like? So which sampradaya is he from? Okay, very nice. So nice. So you come here now because you know. It's a place where every person from every different person are like clear Vaishnava, right? We get associate with each other. We get back so because downside all can see for each other. It's right. Mataji, then we all are together. So nice. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, but you don't drive, right? Yeah, so when you come in Mataji, the next one that she's coming starting